Hi all. I wanted to speak specifically to parents of middle schoolers and or high schoolers. Now, I primarily work with adults, but I get a lot of referrals. People reaching out, trying to find services, mental health services for their middle schoolers, their high schoolers. And I have a small curated list of amazing therapists that I send those requests to. I want to tell you about one of those people today because this is somebody that everybody should know offers private services in Buffalo, especially at a time like now when learning disabilities are feeling more of a challenge to identify and or receive services for. So the person that I want you to know about, her name is Meg Rutkowski, and you can search her on Psychology Today and Open Path. Meg is a wealth of information because of her background. So she's a creative arts therapist, just like I am. My license is specific to the visual arts. Her license is specific to dance and movement therapy, which the way that I have observed in knowing her and in knowing how she works is getting a sense of your space, getting a sense of your body, tuning into your body, and also learning how to take up space, not being so fearful of showing up as your authentic self in this physical form in your body. And there's so much more. I can't even begin to crack the surface of what she knows. I want to let you know, though, that in addition to her being a creative arts therapist, she also has a school psychologist certification. And the reason why that's important is because so many kids now we're finding, so many people now we're finding are neurospicy, right? They're not neurotypical. So many of us are neurodivergent. So many of us struggle with ADHD, autism, the whole neurodivergent landscape. And what's really challenging about middle schoolers and high schoolers is that the learning style is different, and there are these superpowers that we now know neurodivergent people have. But the school system has not caught up to those being superpowers and are more looked at as deficits, disabilities. And so it's really hard to get your child the services and the modifications that they need in order to show up authentically as they are, in order to feel successful and be successful in the rubric that we have in schools. Meg is the bridge. Meg is the bridge between parent-child school, mental and emotional health, education, and knows her way around both areas. So when you are looking for a therapist for your middle or high schooler, and you're thinking you want someone who not only helps with the mental and emotional health, if you're thinking that you need someone who also has a insight and an eye into the world of school, into the world of advocacy and support, I encourage you to check Meg out. I'm gonna link her in some way to this post. She is an untapped wealth of information. She is not your typical, let's talk about coping skills therapist. She is not your typical art therapist. And this is what she said to me recently. She said, I get shit done. Yes, you do. So if you want a therapist for your middle schooler or high schooler that can be the bridge for the gap, really think about looking up and getting in touch with Meg. So look into her.